Now, I'm going to quickly show you how to convert a plain Word text document to something that looks similar to this. And you'll find both these documents underneath your Resources tab on Blackboard. Be mindful to how I shift between the PDF document and the Word document. And this will guide you in how to create a document that looks similar to the PDF one. So we're going to jump back and forth between the Word and PDF document, and as you can see, I need to change the format of my document quite a bit. So let's get started quickly. Alright, so first what we're going to do is we're going to insert lines between the paragraphs, and how we do this is we click on the Home tab and then we click on the paragraph dialog box, and we'll see that it's already at 8 pt. So this spacing, it says spacing there and then it says after. So we want to insert spacing after the line, and you can look here in the preview box what happens when I click on that. So if you see, the more I click, the more the spacing is after the line. So we're going to make this 12 pt and we're going to click OK. Now you see that the spacing automatically changed between the paragraphs. So what we'll do now is we'll number these paragraphs. So how you select a paragraph is you can either click here on the side or click and drag over a paragraph like that. So if you click on the side, you'll see that it selects. If you click once, it selects the sentence. If you double click, it selects the whole paragraph. If you click 3 times, 2, 3, it selects the whole document. But for this exercise, we don't want to do that. We just want to select the one paragraph and then click and drag on the side. So we'll click the first sentence and we'll click and drag to the bottom part. So now that we've selected the whole paragraph section of this document, we want to number this. So to number this paragraph, we'll go to the Home tab, we click on that, then we'll click on the numbering button. And you'll see if you click on the little arrow, there's some options there which you can choose from, but we're just going to stick with 1, 2, 3, 4, that numbering sequence. Now we want to justify this paragraph text piece. So where do you justify? Underneath the paragraph dialog box, you'll see that there's left align, center, right align, and justify. We'll just click on justify, or you can press Ctrl and J on your keyboard. Now we'll swap paragraph 3 and 4 with one another. Now this is quite easy. We'll click on the left hand side 1, 2, 3 times. We'll click somewhere in the gray highlighted area and hold down and then just drag it up, and you'll see there's a little black cursor jumping around. So we'll click and drag and it'll just change the two of them. You'll see the numbering changes by itself automatically. Okay, so what we'll do next is we'll use the Format Painter to change the appearance of Good Teaching. Now Good Teaching is this part here, and if you jump back to your PDF document, you'll see that it's a light blue color. And how we're going to change that, we'll go and select the wording Good Teaching. We'll go to the top where it says change the font color, and this is underneath the font dialog box in your Home tab. We'll click on this blue color here. We'll change the rest of them with our Format Painter, and this is quite easy to do. We'll double click on Format Painter, and now we'll start selecting the first words by clicking and dragging over Good Teaching. So this is the first words in your paragraph, and this is quite easy to do. We'll read every paragraph and change the font of one key term in each paragraph. I'm going to go forward and do that. You can change any words that you want to. I'm just going to change quickly where it says Good Teacher. I'm just going to reference quickly with my PDF document, and I'll see that Good Teaching is changed. So I'm going to change Good Teaching. Good Teaching is here. Change the font. Something else. and I'm gonna change the color as well. Alright, let me see, where's another one? Good teaching again. Good teaching. Alright, and you can carry on like this until you've highlighted a word in every paragraph. Our next step will be to fix all the spellings of the 4 words that's spelled incorrectly in this document. And how do I know a word is spelled incorrectly? I can see a word is highlighted in red like that on my document. And how do I do a spelling check? I can go to review and I'll see there's spelling or grammar, and I can also press F7 on my keyboard to do this. Right, so I'll see, okay, this colon isn't the right spacing, and you'll see if it's a grammar mistake, it's highlighted in blue. If it's a spelling mistake, it's normally highlighted with a red underline. Okay, so we're going to change that quickly, and then we're going to start changing the 4 words that's spelled incorrectly in this Word document. So let's click there, relevant, communication, instruments, and humor. And then it's going to pop up a little message like that, spelling and grammar check completed, you're good to go. And you just click OK. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to find and replace some words in our document. And how do we do that? We click on replace underneath the home tab. It's right on the right hand side. And then we'll type in students, type in learners, and then we'll say replace all. And you'll see that there's 5 replacements to be made. You'll click OK and click close. So that's as easy as it can be. Then we'll change the layout of the paragraph 8 per the example in the PDF with some bulleted text. So you'll see in the PDF there's a few bullets that we want to type in there. So this is quite easy to do as well. So you'll go and then change. You'll see that it says there in the example, it says good teaching is continually reinforced by an overarching vision that transcends the entire organization. Okay, and we're going to just change that quickly. So we're going to look for organization, and if you press the backspace, you'll see that it deletes to the left hand side. We'll enter semicolon, we'll press the space bar, and then we'll delete to principal. So if you press delete, you'll see that it deletes from the right hand side. Then we'll press enter. We'll move of our arrow keys and delete the comma, and then where it says the HOD, we'll press enter. We'll delete to the teachers. Okay, so now you'll see that there's 3 words there. It says the principal, the HOD, and the teacher. So and how am I going to make this bullets now is I'm going to select it all and then go here to the top where it says bullets. But now you'll see in our example there's still a few people missing: the Department of Education, the SGB, the parents, and the learners in the community. So you can just carry on and then start typing that name's in there. Okay, so once you've done that, you can quickly have a look at the PDF document again, and you'll see that it's in these 3 columns like that. And to get it in that way, you highlight all the words that you've done. You go to page layout, then you'll click on page setup, and this is underneath the page setup dialog box. There's a button that says columns. Click on columns and you make it 3. Then you'll see 3 columns appear like that. If you have a look at the PDF document, you want to add a summary at the end. So this will just be a table with words in, and then to do that, I'm quickly going to show you how to do that. So you'll press at the end of your last paragraph, you'll press enter, you'll see a 11 appear, you'll press backspace 2 times and that will disappear. You'll go to the insert tab, you'll click on table, you'll say insert table, or you can click and drag here over the boxes like that. So we're going to just quickly do 5 to 2, and then you can start inserting the words that says the following. Okay, once you've done that, you'll see that there's a shading in this little table here. And how do I quickly do that? I go to the design tab underneath table tools. You'll see there's different options, and you can quickly go through the styles tab as well. We're just going to click plain table 1. So, and then you'll see there's maybe a spelling mistake again, and you can just fix that by right clicking on it and clicking on the correct word as well. Alright, now you see in the example, you'll see that there's summary, and as a class we think good teaching is about. So that we still need to add. So how do I do that? I can again click on the end of a paragraph, press the enter key, press backspace twice, and then type the following. Summary, and you'll see that that is bold. So you'll double click on the word, you'll click on bold, and that's to bold it, and then you can add a semicolon as well. And then we want to take the bold off because the next sentence is not bold, and we can add as a class. Alright. Now, if you want to jump behind the table, you can just click anywhere. So you'll see the cursor jumps there. And now you can type, I think good teaching is about. Right. So now we want to add a smart art. And how we're going to do that is we're going to go to insert. We are going to go to smart art, and we're going to look for something that looks like the document. So you see there's these gears, and if you look underneath cycle, you'll see that it's there, and then you'll click on gear and click OK. So you click on these gears, you can go and click on where it says text and insert the following text there, so passion. And you'll see the text changes itself, its size automatically. So we also want that there, care, and that one. And then insert knowledge into this one. Right, and you can even change the size by clicking on the corners, which has these little blocks, clicking and holding down and dragging it smaller. You're just going to change the size like that, and then that's it. So what do we still need in this document? You'll see there's 2 pictures. We need to insert pictures as well as page numbers, and then also a cover page. So that's our last 3 steps. So I'm going to quickly show you how to insert the page number. You go to the insert tab at the top of your screen, you click on that, then you'll go to footer. You'll look in these already built-in options. You look for one that looks the same as your template, and you'll see that it's called the grid. So this template is already made. You just click on grid, and you'll see that that's page 2 and page 1 over here. To close the footer, you can either double click somewhere on the text itself or click close here at the top. And normally click close, that's a little bit easier. And then to insert the 2 pictures, we are going to click where we want the picture. So if you look at our document again, you'll see that it's underneath here by Richard LeBlanc. So we're going to quickly insert there. And now we're going to create a space between Mr. Richard LeBlanc's name and Good Teaching. I'm going to click after the C, press enter. Then I'm going to say insert, going to go to pictures, and I'm going to look for the pictures that I've already downloaded from Blackboard, and with my computer it's on my desktop. I look for what makes a good teacher and I click insert. So I click on that image and I click insert. Now you'll see that this image is not centered, not in the middle. So then you'll see there's an align object button underneath the format tab underneath picture tools, and you can align this with the page, and or you can just simply click and drag it. Okay, so we've aligned that in the middle, and now we still need to insert another picture. If we look at our example, we'll see that this is with point 10, and point 10 is here at the bottom. And we'll click anywhere behind the paragraph at point 10. We'll click on insert. We'll again go and look for the pictures, but you'll see the computer remembers where you've looked previously for a picture, and now you'll look for the file, the picture name that says The Influence of a Good Teacher. You click on that, you click insert. You'll see that the picture is now in the middle of the text, and to change the text wrapping of this picture, to change the text wrapping of this picture, you can either click on the little image here at the right hand top of the picture, or underneath the picture tools format, you'll click on text wrap there, and you can change this to tight. So if it's tight, the picture moves and the text as well moves. So you'll just click and drag that to the side so that it looks similar to what we've done here in our exercise. Right, you can also change the size of the picture by just clicking on one of the corners and dragging that in. Right, now that we've entered our or inserted our two pictures, all we need is our cover page. Alright, before we get to the cover page, we'll click on top 10 requirements or highlight it. So you can either click on the side or highlight that again. And then we'll center this. We'll click here at the G after teaching. We'll press enter. We'll press the delete key twice just to get rid of that little stripe, and then type by. Alright, so you'll see in the document itself, this color of this text is blue. So we'll just change the color again to blue, and we'll increase the size to 14. Right, now all we need is a cover page. So I'm going to go to insert. I'm going to see cover page. I'm going to look for the one that looks similar to my example document. I'm going to see, and it says, I'm going to just click on it, and you'll see it automatically enters this. And you'll see the cover page never gets a number, and it doesn't influence the numbers of your document as well. So we're going to enter the title, and we're going to keep it the same. So this is quite easy. We're going to highlight our title. You're going to copy this by clicking on the Home tab, click Copy, and then going to where it says Document Title and saying Paste. We're going to increase the font size by selecting the text and clicking on the font size increase there, and we can even give this document title and saying document created by who. Alright, so I hope this video helps you in creating your own document, and you learn something from this little video.